enchanted by the sound of that crystal symphony as it washes over me.
I love coming to work. You know what I mean? I never thought I'd ever say that. I love coming to work in the Brink. You know what I mean? Because it's different every day, and there's a different atmosphere every day.
Dust from out these streets that thrive on me.
And it's saved my life. And I'm a happy person today through Action on Addiction. And I'm working for the Brink, and I love it. I love it. I love the environment of the Brink. I love the people who come into the Brink. It's like, it's a recovering addicts come in. But it's not just recovering addicts who come in. It's normal student people and normal people off the streets, you know what I mean, who've never touched drugs in their life. Like 70-year-old women coming here, and I love talking to them. You know what I mean? Because it brings your self-confidence out. You know what I mean? This works on your confidence. I had no confidence before I went to Action on Addiction helped me.
Our sort of customer base is made up of 30% people in recovery and about 70% people who don't drink for medicinal reasons, for medications, people who don't drink for cultural reasons, people who do drink who just want to practice a more responsible approach. We've got businessmen holding meetings here. So, and on the next table you can have someone who's like a week into recovery. I find it fascinating, that real mix and that social cohesion and integration of the two sections. We're a centralised social hub for the recovery community and the community beyond that.
Hiya, Joey. Yeah, get that one over here, mate. Get that one over here.
That one definitely broke.
It needs this thing. The way I don't know if you'd say someone's just snapped it, mate.
A lot of the people who are in recovery have literally been to the Brink and come back, and that's the reason basically. But there's some people who've been to the Brink and don't come back, and they actually fall over the edge, and I've had a lot of friends who that has happened. So it seems to be quite, for me particularly, I've come back from the Brink, and a lot of my friends have as well, so that's the reason for the name.
Makers, breakers, give and takers, alleys, scallies, dilly-dallies, losers, winners, saints and sinners, dockers, clockers.
So the panels which you see about, and a lot of the slogans, that came about. We had focus groups very early on at the Brink's inception, where we got a cross-section of the recovery community in, and basically said to them, you know, what do you want to see at this bar, which is going to be for you, basically, you know, because that's why it's here, basically. That was what it was initially became about, you know, for the recovery community.
People who are in active addiction, in active alcoholism, they're not well. They're not people to be punished, and they're not people to be shunned. They're not well, and they need support, need therapeutic support, all kinds of activity-based things that can be offered to people, but mainly they need a place where they can belong. And for me, that's the Brink.
2.5 years ago, I'd had enough. You know what I mean? I put my body through that much insanity by doing detox after detox after detox, a jail sentence after jail sentence for 28 years, from the age of 14. I was total isolation at the end of my addiction. It took me to places where I'd never sent my worst enemy. I've been to a lot of jails, but the worst jail I've ever been to is the paranoia, what the psychosis of the crack cocaine does to you. They are two of the best strawberry smoothies you'll ever see. I'm working today. You know what I mean? I've just got told by the manager that I started in the Brink part-time, and I'm going full-time next week. You know what I mean? And this is a total dishonest life, who's never worked before in his life, who went into Action on Addiction treatment centre, got a love and bubble, a 12-step treatment centre, and worked on myself.
At the Brink we have 13 members of staff now, 10 of whom are in recovery, myself included. We've got members of staff who never worked in their life, 43, 44 years of age, you know, never worked. But what we had was real characters, and we can give what other places can't, a real friendliness and a real warmth, and that's our biggest selling point, I think. Jay provides a lot of that. Jay's great.
We have alcohol-free raves at the Brink, you know what I mean? I think I'm Tom Cruise behind the bar. You know what I mean? Making me bring fizzes out and all that. You know what I mean? But
We've got a great events diary, and it's, you know, it's brilliant, fantastic. Yeah.
Seem to wash these cares away. Cool waters.
There's a little fortress in Parr Street, and it's known as the Brink. It's manned by an army of hope to fight against drugs and the drink. A place where you will find sanctuary when life is too much to bear. Just sit and chat with friends, people who really care.
Well, I am in recovery myself. I started drinking at the age of 13. The last 10 years of my drinking and using career, notably cocaine and alcohol, was I wanted to stop and I couldn't stop. Everything I ever done, every career I tried to go down, I've always been quite an intelligent lad, and everything I tried to do just fell, ultimately because of my addiction and my alcoholism. Every relationship I tried to hold, every family relationship, everything was just destroyed because of addiction. And it took me October 2008. That was where I got my first taste of recovery, and it was I never got it first time. And then around the Christmas of that year, I was out. I went on a binge, and I was 6 days and 6 nights, and it took me to lying in the fetal position, curled up in a ball, and just thinking, what am I going to do with my life? Every avenue I thought I was going down was just ended. Just ended. My house had gone, my partner had gone, everything else, and suicide was a very realistic proposition. It wasn't a throwaway thought or something like that. It was logical. Yeah, just end it. I was 36.
Cool waters.
My brother was killed by a drink driver, and when this man's case came to court, he had 4 or 5 other offences when his charge sheet was read out. And so when I looked at that at first, clearly I just wanted this man punished. You know, he'd taken the life of my brother, so I wanted him punished. I couldn't understand why nothing had been done to incarcerate him sooner. But over the years, as I've looked at that, I thought, God, this man actually wasn't well. He wasn't a man who just kind of slightly over the limit after a Christmas office party or something, and he just did it once. He's had a series of offences of being way above the kind of drink drive limit, other substance in his system too. He's obviously had a problem, and he was repeating a same old pattern, which, you know, in addiction circles begins to show a pattern of addiction. And yet, looking at the history of this man, he had never been given any help. He'd only ever, you know, like a fine, points on his licence, then a ban, points on his licence. You know, to me, it didn't make sense. At no point was he ever told, look, you've got a problem here, it's looking like you have. How do we get you into treatment? How could we offer you something that's much more than just punishing you, but it might be actually giving you some awareness for you to change, or actually giving you some therapeutic support too. But he didn't get any of that.
Jackie Johnston Lynch, yeah, she's a fantastic lady who, you know, the light just shines out of her, you know. I consider her like a mother to me. She's been a big impact on my life, but she's also this place, you know, this wouldn't be here without her, and her drive and enthusiasm and chasing down, attracting funding, and, you know, so she's a massive character, and, you know, this city is of great benefit with having her in it. Yeah, I'd say that, and the world also.
As many people know, we've had Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, here on a visit, which was just incredible for us, really. Not to mention surreal, really, that the future Queen of England was in our bar drinking a smoothie. It was a bit crazy, really, if you think about it. And because we had a lot of publicity, we found that lots of families were coming in, but bringing the person in their family who's affected by addiction or alcoholism in with them and saying, we didn't know we could get help. How can you help my brother or my daughter or my sister or whatever? And what's been good from that is that they're coming in, having a social experience with us, but also being able to get their family some help.
When Kate were coming here, I was expecting her to be who dead posh type of thing, you know what I mean? But she was down to earth. She was very down to earth lady, you know what I mean? And she was very mellow, you know what I mean? Because you come into an environment where it's full of addicts, recovering addicts, you know what I mean? So it's a scary environment to some people who don't know that type of life, you know what I mean? But it's like Kate Middleton has put a name on this place, you know what I mean? She's helped us a lot, you know what I mean? And she kept me in a job.
Hi there, everyone's freezing cold. More chocolates, my goodness me. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Hey, very nice to meet you. Thank you. Hello, everyone's hands are freezing cold, aren't they? Hello, very nice to meet you. Hello.
I think that a place like this soon will be in every city centre, but the reason for Liverpool has topped the league for the alcohol-related admissions into hospitals for the second year running out the whole country. So it seems that Liverpool city centre is a good place to have this. But there's also another reason for Liverpool to be the place for this. Liverpool is also the capital of recovery, which is very underreported. Liverpool is like a testing ground or a petri dish.
As well as serving smoothies over the bar, we're also helping people to feel like they belong.
Today, it's the best place in the world. It is, if I could say that. It is, I think it is, you know what I mean? I think it is, it's great.
But don't you fret for me. Water refreshes me.